What's up fam, it's Leah here and today we are going to be doing a house tour of our small incy unit in Mornington in Victoria. This is where Jake and I currently live. If I haven't said it in a video yet, or if you haven't heard yet, Jake and I are actually moving back to Sydney in a week and a half from when I'm recording this video, so who knows when this video will actually come up. So I really want to do a mostly room tour and a little bit of a house tour for myself. I know that sounds selfish, but I did a room tour back in our first house that we lived in Cranbourne. And I like that I can look back on that and see what our life was like, how we were living at that time, what our furniture was like, and all that jazz. So I really wanted to do it again for this house because we're about to leave it and I love this house. It's definitely one of my favorite places that I've ever lived, and I lived in a few places in my life, but I love what we've done to this room, or what I've done to this room. Let's be real. And I love the vibe of this house. It's just gorgeous. And it's gonna be really sad to leave it. So I wanted to document it. I'm sure you guys don't care about any of that. So let me just get into it. Alright, so let's get into it. So as soon as you walk into the house, this is the first thing that you see. It is my beauty mirror. This, for a long time, this little divot in the start of this house just was a few places for plants to live, but then when Jake got me this beautiful mirror, we had to find somewhere to put it, and this is where it ended up. I had this old table. You would have seen that in the old room tour, that this used to be the desk that we used in Cranbourne, but it didn't quite fit in our room here. So we grabbed it out of the garage and it was perfect for this mirror. And my makeup lives in these drawers here, and I use that black towel there just to put down before I do makeup so I don't stuff up the white desk. This is where Jake's acoustic guitar lives, just because it doesn't fit anywhere else. And this is where Lucy is hanging out today, just because she was really stressed that I was cleaning everything. So I just put her bed there next to where I was doing my makeup so she could just relax. And she hasn't moved for the last 4 hours, so that's it. Now you'll find that we have a lot of plants in this house. Both Jake's mum and I love plants, and we do live with Jake's mum. You know what, I might take you down the house first before we get to the room. So when you go down the hallway, it's a little house. You will find it's a unit. This is our laundry here. Then we've got a moo cow here, and we've got the house toilet, I guess, which Leah just uses as her toilet. Got a little linen cupboard in here, which is cute. Then to the left here, this is Jake's mum's room. I'm not going to show that obviously for privacy. And this is our lounge room. I love it. This is the show of the house, you know. This is what we all love about this place. Over the back end, we've got our kitchen. It's just a kitchen. I don't really know what to say about it, but what I will say is these spring onions here, we got them literally bought spring onions from Woolies, and I decided to put the ends in water because I saw my friend Beck do it, and they've grown so much. I've been cutting them off and using them, and in a week they were taller than what that is. So I do not know what the dealio is there, but it was a good idea. Here we have some monstera that I'm propagating. I cut these 3 off and their roots are getting really good at the moment. Kitchen's a kitchen. Don't really know what else to say about that. This buffet over here, I love this buffet, and you will find that we actually have one of these in our bedroom as our TV unit. Hello, Lucy. She thinks it's dinner time. It's still an hour before your dinner. Yeah, this is where we keep all of our tea towels in here. They're my recipe books, and then we keep Jake's coffee and tea, and then that's Jake's coffee machine. Here is the money maker. We love this. Don't mind the couch. I'm washing the bottom of it at the moment. But yeah, we've got our couch this way and Lucy's bed in the corner. We used to have the couch going like that, obviously, to watch the TV. And then Leah moved it like that one day. Oh, by the way, Jake's mum's called Leah. You guys are confused. She moved it to there one day and it was great. We got so much more room in here now, and when we watch the TV, we just pull it out a bit. Here is our lounge room. These doors come out the whole way, so it's really good. We can pull the whole thing open and just have it really open. It's gorgeous. This is where we sit, where Jake and I sit and eat food most of the time. If not, we can sit on the bench to eat. Obviously, you can't have a whole dining table in here. It just would not work. These are some more babies over here. Up here is where I am propagating lots of things at the moment, lots of succulents and other plants, and they are all going really well. This was a propagation that I planted, and look, it's going well. It's got a new leaf. I'm so excited about that. And my peace lily that I can't seem to make happy at the moment. And our outside area is really cute. It's obviously really small, but it's all that we need. We also have a herb garden that Jake's mum and I planted, and it's gorgeous. A TV unit, TV, More monsteras. I love this plant. I don't know what it is, but I just think it's so cute. And then yeah, that's literally the extent of our house. Our laundry goes out to the garage. The first room when you come into the house is our room. Jake's mum gave us the master just because there was 2 of us, so she felt like it made more sense that we could have more space from the masters, so that's why we're up the front of the house with the master bedroom. The first wall when you walk in has our vinyl collection. I've bought a lot more vinyl since my last vinyl update video, so I definitely want to do one of those soon. And then we have our desk. As you can see, this desk is a lot thinner than the white one, which is what we needed for this small space. Obviously we've got no room, and we've had this room in so many different ways. So this is our desk that we opted for, and these little stools are great so they can't get in the road because they're so small. Then in the corner here we have Jake's recording area. This is where he does all of his demos, and he's got his electric guitar here too. And then behind that, we've got some of my plants growing. Then we'll pan into this side. This is like my pride and joy, this wall. I love it. So this Between You and Me vinyl, I framed myself. I just got a frame from Kmart and then use double-sided sticky tape to keep everything in there, and it's worked really well. And then all I've done is print off all of his tour posters. This is actually not all of them. We had all of them up, and then he went on more tours, and I still haven't updated it since May last year, but we were just running out of room, so I took a few down. But yes, I love this wall. I surprised him with it when he came home from his first American tour, and it was lovely. Down here is our vinyl area. The record player is actually sitting on 2 bedside tables that we were using. And then when we moved the bed to here, we couldn't use the bedside tables anymore. And we needed a place for the record player to sit. So this is what happened. They're just separated a bit so it fits. And this is an Audio-Technica LP60. These are Mackie speakers, if that's how you say it. They're really good. I really like them. Then underneath we have my PlayStation 2, my pink PlayStation 2. So we can play Simpsons Hit and Run, and then some tissues, camera stuff down here, and then my weights down there. Then you come to this side of the room. Once again, this is a buffet that I was speaking about. It's here again, and Jake's Xbox and TV that he's had the whole time I've known him. And then in the corner we have the Switch and a Polaroid of us in New York, which for some reason didn't end up on the Polaroid wall, so it ended up there. And this plant in the corner, I love this plant. It's so cute, and it's growing, it's thriving in that corner, which for a long time in this house, I didn't have any plants in this room because they were all dying. But this one seems to like this room, so thank you. All right, and you might be curious as to what this is here. This is actually a little step that we use for Lucy because it's quite a high jump for her to get onto the bed, and it hurts her legs, so this is actually just a crate that we've covered with a towel, and that's what she uses to get on the bed. Our bed. Our bed originally was in the middle of the room here, facing this direction with the TV unit here, and then we've had it facing other directions, but this is the way I like it the best. It gives us the most floor space, which isn't much, so we've got to get as much as we can. I really like it this way. It just means that we can't have any bedside tables. So in that case, on the edge of my side, I have this little slip that I can put things in, like my phone and my night cream. Under Jake's bed, he's got an extension lead, so that's how he charges his phone. And then the Polaroid wall. Now this Polaroid wall really was a moment, honestly. It took me ages to create. It's made out of just little string. And I've basically just done one big outer length of string and then tied all singular strings onto it and then pegged them on. And when I tell you this took me all day, this took me all day when I made it. And at any point that there's any movement in this room, they flip over because of the wind. So it's a good time. Lucy, do you want to show the world how you get onto the bed? Woo! Good girl. We normally have a blanket sitting on the end of the bed because that's what she likes to sleep under, but it's in the wash. All right, and here is our walk-in wardrobe. Guess which side's whose? This is my side here. This actually isn't a second rack. It's an IKEA clothes rack, which fits in there absolutely perfectly, and it's really sturdy. So that's how I ended up getting a second row of clothes, thank goodness. This is all my main stuff up here, and then work stuff, hoodies, a few jackets, and then this is all merch. Underneath we've got some shoes, and then I got all my bed shirts up in there. Up the top is just, you know, miscellaneous crap. This shelving area is really good. Up the top we've got beanies and hats, and we've got Jake's clothes, books, etc. My clothes, and then miscellaneous clothes down the bottom. On the very end, it's all Jake's work stuff. Living in such a small space, I sometimes find it difficult to find areas for things, so I just put these, you know, $2 hooks up on the wall, and this is where my necklaces sit now, so it's really helpful. And on this side, we've got Jake's clothes, and then all of our socks and undies and all that sort of stuff in the corner. Then we've got our washing basket and our recycling bin for the room. Yay! Lastly, we've got the ensuite. So once again, it's pretty small in here. So we've got our little sink, and then all of my everyday skincare items I've got on the bench, so I just have easy access for them. Towels are behind the door. Everything under the sun is in the cabinet. Toilet, shower that needs to be cleaned. I mean, it's an ensuite. What more can I say about it? What I will say is I love this big mirror for it. I really do love the big mirror. Yeah, so you come out of the bathroom, straight into the walk-in wardrobe, and then straight into our room. Oh, Lucy's up there. Good girl. So you can see it's a small space, but you know, I love it. Alrighty guys, so that is the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. Comment down below what you loved about the video, and if you're interested in anything in the video that I didn't explain enough, please just leave me a comment. I will definitely respond to it. Like I said, I just really wanted to do this video for memory's sake. I'm sorry if it's not interesting for you, but for me, I love to document it, and I know that I'll cherish having this. And I find these videos so interesting. I love watching people do house tours. Like, I just find it so fascinating. If you're wondering why I'm laying down, it's because Lucy was laying here and then she got up and left. So now I'm just laying here by myself. Alrighty guys, like I said, I hope you really did enjoy this, and hopefully you will be here for the rest of our Sydney adventure. That will be really fun and exciting. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.